Hello, race fans, and welcome to round three of the Apex This GTE GT3 series. We're just wrapping up qualifying here. We're looking at this. This is right now P2 overall, David Duino, and the guys are just out here wrapping up their qualifying. And we're kind of look through the field here at some of the guys. There's Stacy Dunnigan. Currently, he's P3 in his class, 12th overall in the time charts. Dunnigan is in the GT3 series, GT3 division, that is. There's another GT3 car, Ismail Sierra, currently 4th in his class. Here we go, Daryl Karp. He's 12th in his class and 18th overall in time charts. Looks like we've got about just under 50 seconds remaining in qualifying here. Brandon Piper, got a little problem, kept it off the wall though. Good job for Brandon there. Here's Brian Miles, 13th in class, 19th quickest overall. Here's the 52 of Jeff Carollo. He's 4th overall fastest and 4th in class in the GT3 series. I'm sorry, GTA series. GTE series. I'll get it straight one of these days. And the clock has reached 2 hours for the qualifying session. I'm not sure. I think it's I think iRacing has it like maybe two minutes or something like that, sort of a countdown timer for the drivers there. So, whoops, folks, kind of wrapping it up here. And we're going to get ready to line up the field here. And I think everything is working better this time because I'm in the server the way I need to be so I can see everything. So they should be getting ready. We should be seeing them get ready to take the field here in just a few seconds. Let's see. And Vila, he's the only one I see on the track. And the server is actually still counting down, so it hasn't rolled over to the race session yet. That's what's going on here. Everybody's pretty much waiting for the timer to count down. I want to say it's 2 minutes. It might actually be three. So no, while we have that time, let's go ahead and let's go live here. And while we're waiting for them to grid, let's take a quick look at the standings here. The GTE class, Corey Mitchell, he's currently leading by 3 points over Jeff Carollo and company. And in the GT3 class, Jaron Haslam is ahead of Jordan Fisher and Christopher Perez. And we'll see how things shake out tonight. Car's starting to take the field now. Let's go ahead and take a look at the starting lineup here. On the pole, have the 93, A.D. Vila, David Duino second, Tommy Regan third, Jeff Carolla fourth, Dustin Burkhalter fifth, and sixth we have Corey Mitchell. At seventh place, Douglas Doucette, eighth place, Darian Roy, ninth place, Eric Elkins, 10th place, Bjorn Benches, 11th place, Troy Banks, 12th, Daryl Karp. In 13th place, we have Brandon Miles, 14th, Jaron Haslam, 15th, John Miller, 16th, Stacy Dunigan, 17th, Ismail Sierra. We have Michael McCoy in 18th. In 19th place, Shane Hunter. John Stepp rounds out the top 20. 21st position, we have Jordan Johnson, Adam Baltudis in 22nd. In 23rd, we have Kent Kruger. Brandon Piper is in 24th position. And on the last row, we have Christopher Perez in 25th and Andrew Rasmussen in 26th position. And waiting for the pace car. They're not having a standing start. It's going to be a rolling start here. Pace car get ready to take the field. Mila brings them around. Got the whole field. This particular series, everybody's grouped together. They're not, well, they are a little bit of a space. You can see a space there on the track map. The GTE class in the front and the GT3s in the back there. They have a little bit of a gap in between them. And I'm sorry, the GT3s are in the front, I believe. And then we have the GTEs behind them. So pace car is bringing them on around here. Be going green in just a few more turns. Making their way around the track to the final few turns here. This is a timed event. They always do timed events in this series, 40 minutes. And so we're going to get ready to go green here. And we're racing at Brands Hatch. Vila leading the field down to turn one. Getting a nice jump on the field. Dave Duino, he's not far behind. Vila, he didn't get a real big jump. You know, we've saw in the last couple of rounds, some of the guys get a huge jump on the field. That didn't happen this time. Duino, he's right there too. In fact, the two of them may have got third and fourth place there just a little bit. Marino's still in second there. Back through the field, we have Tommy Regan, strong third place there, followed by Jeff Carollo, fourth. Then we have Dustin Burkhalter rounding out the top five. And Corey Mitchell. Now these are all the GTE cars here. There's Eric Elkins, followed closely by Doug Doucette there. And that's a battle for seventh place. It's almost a three-way battle, actually. Very well could say that as close as those guys are, we could say it's a three-way battle. Darian Roy, he's right behind them there. Elkins in seventh, Doucette in eighth. He's the meat in the sandwich. And of course, you have Darian Roy there. Coming around for lap 3 there, going, oh, somebody was in the dirt there just a little bit. I believe that was Eric Elkins, went off the track there. Managed to keep going, though. That's good. He's now back in P8, though. No damage to the car as far as we can see. That's always a good thing, even if you do go off. As long as you don't hit anything, you're doing good there. Let's check in with the leader for real quick here. And Vila, he's got almost a second gap on David Duena. So they're kind of spacing out pretty good here now. In fact, now we are starting to see a little bit of a gap between first place, second place, and then the rest of the field. Those top four, they're really starting to spread out now. There's a nice battle there, Tommy Regan. And trying to catch Duena. And Carollo's about a second and a half behind him. Let's look further back in the field. Elkins there, he's going good now if they had that off. And put a little bit of space between him and Daryl Karp. Daryl Karp's running 9th overall and 9th in class. Let's move back a little further in the field. There's Dustin Burkhalter. He's battling with Bjorn Benches and Daryl Karp for that 9th place position. He's currently 11th, though. He lost a position. Actually, it looks like he lost 6 positions from the start there. There's Dustin Burkhalter. Ahead of him is Brian Benches. And Benches, he's catching up with Carp there. Trying to get that 9th place position. He's only about a half a second back from Carp. Oh! Big spin, big spin. And Carp looks like he tapped the wall. Keep it over there, folks. Of course, he had to go back to almost to the back of the field there. Didn't have much choice. Daryl Carp trying to get it together again here. He didn't look like he really hit the wall that much. Okay, we continue on back down the order here a little bit. Behind Daryl is Brandon Piper there, currently running 11th. He's running 11th in his class, but he's 23rd overall. And Altudis running 12th in class. And he's followed by John Stapp. And Troy Banks. Is Troy there? He may not even be on the track. He might have had a problem. Might not even be in the race now. Yeah, let's go back. Let's head on back up to the front here, see what's going on with Dave Duino. He gained that position at the start over Joseph Vila. I'm sorry, Edu Vila, and managing to keep just over a half-second lead there over the 93 car. And those three are spaced out rather well. Almost even spacing between the top three there, Duino, Vila, and Carollo. Let's go back to Tommy Regan. He's not having any problems. He's clear sailing behind Regan. Then we have Corey Mitchell. After Corey, then we have Darian Roy. And then we're back to Eric Elkins. He's having a good battle with Doug Doucette there for sixth place position. Well, Elkins is battling Roy for 6th, and Doucette is right on him. Boy, Doucette is really taking a good look there. Looking down the inside. Thought better of it. Good driving there by Elkins and Doucette. Doucette working hard to get around that 16 car. Well, I tell you, Elkins, he's definitely got his hands full with the 18 in front and the 64 behind. Talk about being the meat in the sandwich. It'd be nice that he could focus on passing Roy, but Doucette is giving him all he can handle right now. Oh boy, that was close. Elkin's doing everything he can to keep Doucette at bay. It's almost impossible for him to mount an attack on Darian Roy. And Roy's loving that, gives him a chance to try to get away from those guys. He definitely pulled out a nice gap now. And those guys are just going to continue. Well, Elkins actually has gotten away from Doucette there, actually. Move on back in the field. Everybody's spaced out rather well. And Dustin Burkhalter. And these four cars here are battling out. Yeah, they're battling for class position there. John Miller, he's second in class, and Jaron Haslam right in front of him is first in their class. Haslam, he's right now he's keeping a pretty good gap between him and Miller for the time being. Maintaining between the 5.5 and 0.6 second gap there on Miller. Let's hop back here with the 21. Have a little bit of a battle brewing there. Now Brian Miles, he's running 14th overall, but he's 11th in his class, in the GTE class. And the actually timing and scoring just updated him. He's actually according to this, it's showing him as a 13th overall and 11th in class. And actually, the car behind him, Shane Hunter, that's not for position. He's running 14th overall, but he's actually third in class in the GT3 division. Behind Hunter is Michael McCoy, also in the GT3 division, running 15th overall, fourth in class. McCoy trying to see if he can mount a charge here. But still got a little bit of work to do there to catch the 927 car. Pretty nice gap between McCoy and Rasmussen in the 26 car. He's fifth in his class, in the GT3 class, 16th overall. Let's check in with your leader real quick. Oh, good battle here between Duino and Vila. Vila's trying to get on him there. Vila's attacking hard here on lap 12. The two of them have really opened up a major gap on the rest of the field, but they're duking it out and throwing some punches now. Vila started on the pole, and he wants that P1 position back. And we're about 4 minutes away from the halfway point in this race. Looks like Villa lost a little time there on the front stretch. Villa's best lap time was a 120.035. His last was a 122.354. Compared to Dave Duino. And they're not, they're just about the same. 121.58. Last was a 122.380. So yeah, Duino, he's not quite getting away from Villa. Looks like they're getting ready to catch some lap traffic there. Let's see who that is. I can't. Looks like maybe that's the. Let's pull up the relative here. Yeah, we're working with some new software here, and there's still a few little things that we're learning as we go along, but we're having fun. And that's Brandon Piper. He's 10th place in the standings with 22nd overall. And as you can see, he's right there in front of the leaders. I thought they were going to catch him there, but he's managing to hold on and stay ahead of them. Down here on the front section of the track, Duino's catching up to him there a bit. Oh, and he just went on by there. Okay. That was probably the safest thing to do. Keep on rolling and let those two leaders go through in battle. They both got by very cleanly. Doesn't look like Villa didn't lose any time at all getting around Piper. But Duino is he's maintaining a half a second gap there on the number 93 car. Picked up that lap time a little bit. The last time we looked at it, he was running in the 122s. Now it's last lap was a 121.179. Villa, he's picked it up as well. His is a 121.034 last time across the line, so he's inching ever closer to the 505. But he's really. Oh, who was that? I believe that was that Tommy Regan? Yeah, Tommy went off track there. It was somebody else. The leaders, we saw them pass somebody that had spun. It might have been Christopher Perez. Whoa! Wow, he was in a dangerous spot there. Well, that was a good thing. Perez, he's 23rd overall, 11th in class. Let's check back in with the leaders here. Duino continues to lead Villa. He's opened up that gap now. by about 7/10 of a second. He had been hovering between. That was somebody. Who was that? We just saw. Somebody came off the track there. I think that was Douglas Doucette there. Torino's really opened up a gap now. Almost a full second on Vila. And I do believe that might be the number 8 of, no, that's not Troy Banks. I was trying to see who that was in front of the leader there. Looks like he already got by him. Now they've got Dorino's leading. He's got Kruger there in front of him, the number in 5th place. Kent Kruger, he's 15th overall, 5th in class, in the GT3 class. Now the fact Dorino's got some lap cars in front and behind him, so he's got a little bit of a cushion between Vila. And matter of fact, Vila is not even in the lead anymore. I mean, in 2nd place. Jeff Carollo and Tommy Regan are battling for 2nd in class. Looks like Regan just got ahead of Carollo. Oh, there's Regan. I'm sorry, I was looking at the wrong red car there. That right there, Regan and Mitchell, their cars are almost identical. There are some little subtle differences there. Oh, Regan got off of there a little bit, had to gather it back up. That allowed Mitchell just to go right on by. Take that third position there. Now he's actually, Daryl Karp is showing 11th place in class, but 18th overall. We're going to jump back up here to the leader here. Dave Dorino, wow, he's opened up a commanding lead. I mean, he already has some lap cars around him. And there's really not, he doesn't have any kind of battle going on at all right now. With Jeff Carollo, he's quite a ways back in the 2nd place position there. Carollo's picked up 2 positions in this class and overall. followed by Corey Mitchell, who picked up 3. And Edie Villa, he's back in he's lost 4 positions. He's back in 5th place now. I don't recall seeing anything where he went off track or anything, but you know, looking at our replay information here, I don't see anything showing him going off a track. He just had some problems there. I think when they started messing with those lap cars, you know, he must have got out of shape somewhere along the way. Pretty clear sailing right now, but you know, quite a ways behind the lead cars for sure. Dave Dorino pretty much, he's opened up a super large gap now. Look at that. Look at the gap that Dorino has on the field. Wow, he's really, you can see he's getting ready to come through a right left-hand section there. He's getting ready to catch some back markers, but huge gap on the rest of the field. I'm sorry, I was looking at the wrong initials there. That's him getting ready to pass a lap car there. And Dorino's in the pits now. I believe they have a mandatory pit stop that they have to take. Dorino re-entering the track. He re-enters in 4th position. And guess who's right behind them? Edu Vila. That's quite a bit of a gap there. Just over 5 seconds between Dorino and Vila, who've both of them have pretty much led this field up to this point. But now we have a new leader. And that would be none other than Jeff Carollo. Now I don't know if Corolla has stopped yet. All of this may be just, you know, the field cycling around here. He's over 3 seconds ahead of Mitchell. It looked like he's got Jordan Johnson might be coming up on him here before too long. There's Mitchell, not too far behind. Although that 3 seconds can seem like 3 miles. Right now we're only showing 5 cars on the lead lap. Let's go back to your third place. Okay, Jeff Carollo. I believe Jeff Carollo. Yep, Carollo just pitted. So they were positions are cycling around again. Mitchell's now your leader. Dorino's third. Dorino's second, and then Vila's third. So once the field finishes cycling around through their pit stops, looks like I'm pretty sure that Dorino and Vila will be up at the top of the charts once again. Right now, Mitchell has a couple of lap cars in between him. He's gained 5 positions from the start of the race. We'll see if he comes in and pits this time. Yep, there he goes. Because once whoever the lead car is, once they start pitting, you know, it kind of triggers that whole thing, that whole cycle. And once again, Dorino will roll right into the lead there. But it's still a little bit a bit of a gap. You know, he still has some lap cars between him and Vila. Because he had opened up a sizable lead there. So there's Vila. Actually, somebody else must have passed, must have pitted maybe, or either Vila just got past him because he's right back up there now. We've got a little bit of a battle here again. Vila almost a second and a half behind Dorino. Ever since he lost that lead position, I don't think he's gotten it back all race long. He's doing pretty good there at the start, but once they had to, I believe once they had to deal with some lap traffic there, and he kind of lost the handle on it, and he's been really fighting hard ever since to try to catch back up to Dorino. Putting in some fairly decent laps. His last lap at 121.111 there. Compared to, Dorino, he's getting it done. 121.095 last time around. As long as he continues to do that, you know, he's just fast enough to keep Vila back there. And he's not exactly running away, but it's like he's doing just enough to keep that 505 car out front. I see some more lap traffic there in front of him there. Looks like that's Johnson there. The number 11th place. Must be 11th in class. Yeah, Jordan Johnson. He's 11th in class in the GT3 class. And Duino goes right around. Johnson had a little bit of a bobble there. Let's see if Vila gets around just as well. Yeah, he lets Vila through there pretty good. Of course, now, 1.3 seconds now back from Duino. Every time Vila has to deal with a back marker, it does cost him a little bit. And Duino is doing just enough every time that happens just to, keep everything where it needs to be. Keep that car where it needs to be for sure. Vila's got it down there now, almost down to a second. Let's take a look at the field here. Is he getting ready to go on that stretch there at the top of the track map there? There's Duino and Vila. Got a pretty good gap on Johnson and Corolla there. I think Johnson is a lap car though. But yeah, the field is still pretty fairly spread out there. Let's take a look at Michael McCoy. He's got a few cars behind him. Now that unfortunately though, that's not really a battle for position there because he's got no, he's running. Oh no! Just as I look at him there, McCoy hard into the wall. Looks like he's still going though. Oh man. Well, he's still rolling. He's third in his class, in the GT3 class, 12th overall. The car doesn't look too bad. Looks like he got some rear wing damage there though. Now, see, he's got Ismael Sierra behind him. Now, that is a battle, not just for position, but also class position as well, which is probably more important. So now it'd be interesting to see, can he stay ahead of the number 19 machine? Sierra, he's obviously going to try to do his best to catch McCoy. And Corey's enjoying still, even though he went off the track and tapped the wall there, it has been a second lead, but now it's a little over half a second. Oh, and there goes Sierra into the wall. He looked like he pancaked it a little bit. His rear wing didn't get any damage that I can see. Maybe just not much of a tweak. Thought he might have tweaked it just a little bit, but it looks like it's okay. That allowed Stacy Dunnigan to get past. Dunnigan, he's running fourth or over in his class and 13th overall. He lost 3 positions from the start of the race. McCoy ahead of him picked up 6. He's in P3 in his class. And despite that wing damage there, it looks like Michael McCoy is actually getting that car on down the road there. Let's check back with your leaders here. Duino, he's once again he has some lap cars between him and Vila. Actually, oh no, where's Vila? Is he gone? I don't see him. Uh-oh, that's not good. He disappeared somewhere. We're gonna have to go over and see if we can find out what happened to Edu Vila. Let's go back to the leader here while we look there. Oh, my bad. The race is over. Got so excited watching the different battles and stuff. Boy, time really flies when you're having fun, isn't it, folks? David Duino is your leader. I mean, is your race winner there. Congratulations to David. Let's go ahead and take a look at your results there. These are the overall standings here. David Duino, first. Edu Vila, second. Jeff Carollo, third. Corey Mitchell, fourth. Tommy Regan, fifth. Dustin Burkhalter, sixth. And John D. Miller, seventh. Bjorn Benchins, eighth. Jaron Haslam, ninth. And Darian Roy rounds out the top 10. I'm sorry for that little. Obviously, this is not iRacing World Championship Grand Prix Series. We're just starting out with this software, and I was trying to figure out how to get that out of there, and haven't figured it out yet. But yeah, we're really having a good time with this here. And there you see the rest of the top 18 there. And scroll down so you can see the rest of the finishing order there. It looked like Troy Banks and several of the guys. Troy might have had a problem near the beginning and just didn't finish the race at all. Let's take a look at the class layout of the field, if we can. Let's see here. Okay, race results. We already have that. Okay, looking at the GTE series, there's your, of course, Dave Duino, race winner, and Eddie Vila. They're almost right where they started, but you see all your the top 18 there, and their finishing positions. Looks like 11 of the cars in the GTE class finished on the lead lap, and it was a total of 26 cars. Let's look at the GT3 series. John Miller is a winner in Class 2 GT3 series, followed by Jaron Haslam. Michael McCoy, uh, despite spinning there, hung on for a podium position there for his class. Good job there, Michael. Stacy Dugan and company. And that about rounds things out for tonight. So yeah, we've had a great time tonight, and thank everybody for coming out and checking us out. If you enjoyed the race, give us a like and a share, and we'll be seeing y'all next week. Actually, we'll be seeing you this Sunday for the supercars and the roofs. Also here at Brands Hatch. So yeah, it's definitely going to be uh, an exciting weekend for sure. Uh, Thank you once again for watching Rice Motorsports TV, and have a great evening.